Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome back to the cabin. I've been checking my game cameras, and this one right here had water up on the inside where the batteries are at. I don't know how that could have got in there unless something is leaking, but I'll have to go and check it out. I just wondered wherever it was molded around here, if there may have been a leak. Then I have another one that's reading an error, so I don't know if I've got the SD card formatted correctly, but we'll check that out. And now I've got another one up there that I need to run up and see what it says. So let's pick up what we got and go check it. Well, we've got 2 out of the 4 that I've got set up that are actually going to be able to work. The one, I think I got the SD card not formatted correctly. The other one, I'm going to have to clean it out because it got wet somehow up on the inside, so a little bit of corrosion in there. I'll see if I can clean it out and get it back down here and get it set up so that I can get some pictures of the wildlife. Well, hey, guess what? It is that time of the month again. It is time for another giveaway. Shortly we'll run inside and we'll see who the winners are for the month of October, which was the boy's axe and the draw knife. But for the month of November, we decided that we're going to give away a 2-burner Coleman stove. Now, the little butane tank doesn't come with it, but you know, this is a really nice stove. So far, you know, I kind of had to make a makeshift kitchen in the cabin until I can actually get, you know, the kitchen put together. So I treated myself to this little butane camp stove actually, and it's really working good. That little butane tank, now what I've been doing is I've been making soup, I've been making tea, coffee, sometimes I'll warm up a can of ravioli if I'm, you know, been working late and I haven't really made anything, but this is really nice to have. So it's working out great in there. And we thought, you know what, it's camping season. Somebody really might like to have something like this. So this is what we're going to give away for the month of November on the Outpost channel. On the review channel, we're going to give away, you've probably seen me wearing this nice leather apron. It's got several pockets in it, and you know, it's really nice to have. It's not as heavy as having a tool belt, so if you're doing something, you know, that's kind of light, you know, a small project or something like that, this is really nice to have, especially if you're working overhead. You can carry, you know, screws and things like that. If you have, like, you probably watched me climbing up working on the drywall, I would just fill my pocket up with screws and I would have at it. So this is what we're going to give away for the review channel for the month of November. So if you're new here, please go to our website, SmokyMountainOutpost.com. You can check out all the details on the giveaways. We do this once a month on both channels for appreciation, basically, for you guys sharing our channel with your family, friends, and neighbors. This is the way that we can say thank you. Also, we've started a new tier system, so be sure and go check that out as well, because we're doing, you know, milestone giveaways. We are going to go into the cabin and see who the lucky winners are for the month of October. Okay guys, I had to wait a pretty good while, but I think I've finally got enough internet service pulled up. You know, it depends on how the wind's blowing up here to be able to choose the winners. So we're going to turn around here. I've got both videos pulled up for the Outpost channel and review channel. We're going to see who the winners are. Okay, this is the Outpost channel, so what we're going to do is we're going to copy this URL. We're going to go over here to the random picker, slide down here, we're going to paste this URL in here, and we're going to go down, we're going to get the comments. Then we will go down and we will start the raffle. So it looks like CC Ryder, you are the winner for the Outpost channel, the nice boy's axe. So now we will go over to the review channel. We will copy this URL, go to the random picker, We will erase that. We will paste that URL in there. We'll get all the comments. Okay, there's the comments, and we will start the raffle. So Tim Haley, you are the winner for the review channel and the nice draw knife. So congratulations CC Ryder and Tim Haley for winning those two prizes. Please contact us at our Gmail, smokymountaiноutpost@gmail.com. Give us your information on how we can get in touch with you, and we will get that out as soon as possible. So again, congratulations to the both of you, and let's get back to the video. Well, I've actually got this cleaned out now, and I've got it sitting there. Hopefully the sun will dry it out. I'll put some new batteries in there and try it. You know, from time to time my kids will contact me about a comment or something that somebody's made, and my son called me and said, "Dad, there's several comments about your steps." I said, "Well, that's good." He goes, "No, they say that they're installed wrong." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, the top is supposed to meet." I said, "Yeah, I know that, but the day we put them in, you know, it's just temporary, something to give me a way to get up and down off the porch, because I had to take him to the airport. It was his last day." Anyway, he said something about, you know, that you needed to lower the step. I said, "Well, I can't lower it because there's nothing to screw it to under there unless I modified it. The steps actually have to come up. So in order to do that, that's 2.5 inches right there. I need to mill something to create another step on the bottom that actually raises it up 2.5 inches. That will be a comfortable transition from the ground going up. But I didn't have anything that wide that day, and like I say, I didn't have time because of taking him to the airport. But I've identified a dead standing tree down there that's probably 16 inches in diameter. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down there and see if we can't cut off an 8-foot section of that and bring it up here, put it on the sawmill, and actually add that to this. That way they will be permanent. But anyway, I'm going to get the saw together, throw it on the tractor, and I'll meet you down there. Well, this is the tree that I was talking about. It's actually rotted and broke off at the top, but I came down here. It kind of sounds like this area right here is okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it off, then I'll be able to tell. But if it is, then that will give me a really nice section to build that bottom step. So let me get geared up here. I'll have to move the camera because it's going to come that way. We'll see if we can't lay this down, check it out. Well, you can see, even though it was dead standing, it's still good in here. I think it's fixing to rain, so I'm going to try to cut off an 8-foot piece, and I will meet you back up there at the sawmill. Don't do that. You know, before I get started, I just wanted to show you, I couldn't actually roll the log over because of this. It would have created a real mess for me to try to saw. But this is the size of the poison ivy vine that was growing on that pine. Now, if you look at the size of my arm, this area right here, it's about the same size. This is an old poison ivy vine that has grown to considerable size. So you got to be sure and not touch the hairs on this, because you know they still have oils in them, and even in the wintertime I can break out very easily. So I just wanted to show you what I had removed from the side of that tree in order to be able to begin to saw it. Well guys, we now have a complete set of steps. The day that my son was here was the last day. I told him, I said, why don't we hurry and go buy some stringers and some pressure treated lumber and get that set of steps up so that I'll have a way to get up and down the steps until I can find some material to actually finish the base. It lacked 2.5 inches. These stringers and these boards right here, they were purchased. We had a choice of either 4, 5, or 6 steps. 6 was actually too much. 4 was not enough. 5 was almost enough, but not quite. It needed to come up about 2.5 inches. It couldn't go down because I wouldn't have had anything to attach to unless, you know, I had modified it a little bit, so it actually had to come up. But you know, God provides for everything. And this morning when we walked down there to the creek, I happened to spot that tree. And I thought, you know, I'm going to cut into it and see if it's any good. And lo and behold, it was. And so now we've got a base that's 24 inches wide. That covers the whole stringer down there. Plus it gives me the 10 inches on my step. So this is another project that is now complete. And we can move on to something else. I just want to say real quick, guys, that that is almost a full pallet stacked about 4.5 high. that belonged to a friend of my daughter's who's actually moving out of state, and they were going to get rid of them. They texted my daughter and asked me if I would like them, and I said sure. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to use them for, but they are here in case I ever need them. You know, I got to thinking, and it reminded me that you know, over the years I've accumulated so much stuff that people were going to get rid of. And you know, I was thinking, if I'd have spent my life actually doing that and actually had some place to store it, I could have probably had enough material that people actually throw away, get rid of, to actually build a homestead. You know, here in America, we have a whole lot of abundance of things that, you know, we just, you know, take for granted, I guess. But, you know, the value of something like this, if I was to go and buy it, you know, is quite expensive. So having a place to store it, I really didn't know where I was going to put it. I'm just up here in the woods next to the chicken house, but it's out of the way from all of the building that I'm going to be doing, because I didn't want to have to move it again. But you know, it may come in really handy. So you know, be careful of what you throw away, because you know, there may be at some point in time that you need it. And I know that, you know, God has provided a whole lot for us, and what I want to do is be, you know, a good steward and save material like this, because you never know what you're going to need it for. You know, you may decide in the future that you want to, you know, build a barbecue pit out in the backyard, or, you know, I may want to do one up here in the woods, and I've got the material right there to do it with. So I just want to say real quick that, you know, I'm thankful for all the blessings that I get along the way, and this was a blessing, plus the fact that I've got an 8-foot windmill, which is basically just decorative, but I will be repurposing that and actually setting it up out here just to make it look more homey. And the other thing too was, as I ran into a really nice, you'll see it on some future videos, a really nice heavy-duty table with 6 chairs that are very, very heavy. Got that for $200. So you know, living right, trying to do right, being in the right place at the right time, and you know, befriending people. You know, you can run into a whole lot of deals that may serve you down the road in the future and save yourself a lot of money. Well, we hope that you guys like that video. Everything is coming along up here. Slow, but sure. We got a lot of big plans that are coming up in the future, so we hope that you guys are going to enjoy continuing to follow us. By the way, my son, my daughter, and I, we can't thank you guys enough for sharing our content with your family, friends, and neighbors, and those of you that are loyal to watching watching what we're doing up here. That's the reason that we do the giveaways. And by the way, we are only a couple hundred away from giving away those 2 MS 180 steel chainsaws, so you guys be watching for that. Be sure to make a comment on that video along with our regular monthly giveaways. That's part of our new tier system on our milestone giveaways. So we're excited about doing that, and we hope that you guys are excited about winning. Towards the end of the video, there'll be some thumbnails that'll pop up. If you want to watch more of the Outpost channel, click the top left-hand corner. If you want to watch more of the review channel, you can click the bottom left-hand corner. Also, you know, fall is here, winter is right behind it, and down under the video in the description area, you can find a link to our store. So go check it out if you haven't done that before. There's all types of apparel there. And there's, you know, maybe something that you would like to get somebody for the holidays. So be sure and go check that out if you haven't. Guys, we hope each and every one of you have a wonderful day. You guys take care. We hope to see you back up here at the cabin again next time.